Welcome to Aurelius Whitlock's Murder Museum.
I'm Marcus Richardson.
And I'm Nathan Hicken.
And Nathan, you are back in that same room in the Murder Museum, exposed rafters, unfinished floor, and the pile of portraits has now been laid out across the ground so you can see all of them. And Pocket Watson says,
"Rather helter-skelter, I would say. We usually try not to show an unfinished exhibit to just any patron, but, well, it seemed like a good opportunity for someone to organize this, help us create the exhibit. And you seemed a good candidate, especially considering your probation."
I was going to be flattered until that last bit, but thank you. So is every exhibit built this way, or is this unique?
There are many ways to create an exhibit, but a central part of each is to find a narrative, collect the, let's call them portals, and to organize them in such a way that the mystery can be constructed. This is just one way to conceptualize such a process, but really we're getting into the proverbial weeds here.
Well, I suppose we should get back to the flowers in that sense. Okay, so I still have this paperweight award thing, the Alas Poor York award. 2014, and the stack of portraits. Can I flip the other paintings over and see what they are?
yes, they are all arrayed before you. And you can see each one has a distinct setting. There are some details as well, but I'll just give the settings. There is one of a house, an airport, a train, backstage, a cafe, a park, a stage, not backstage, but on stage, a playground, an office, and the loft apartment that you were just in.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that should be 10 total?
Yeah, no, that's 10 locations. Okay. I assume all these will be snapshots. Interesting. Okay. I'm really excited about this, particularly by the train and the stage. We have not done anything on a train or a stage, which is just rife for murder mystery mayhem. Can I look at the train painting?
You sure can. Looking at it, familiar sensation, you're there. You're sitting in a passenger train car. There are a bunch of individuals here, but most of them are blurry and indistinct. There's one man that you can tell is the focus of this scene.
Okay.
He is a bald man. He has a Coca-Cola, and he's playing some video game on his phone.
What video game is he playing?
Look over his shoulder. It looks like some detective game where you can drag and drop different phrases to solve a mystery.
Interesting.
It looks really fun and engaging, like a really good spin on the format. Something you would recommend to a friend, I'd say.
Honestly, I bet the narrative designers behind that are also just, above and beyond.
Yeah, and attractive.
Creators.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. As you can tell by their voices, yeah.
It's called Rise of the Golden Idol, coming out this November.
Oh my gosh.
It's not a shameless plug if we feel shame. It's a shameful plug.
Yes, we're sorry, dear listeners, for putting you through that. It's this whole snapshot, a little ad, that'd be hilarious.
No, well, he is playing a game. He gets a video call as he's sitting there.
Okay.
So you see his phone goes doot doot doot. He gets a video call. He answers it, and you can see a young woman on the other side. This is a young woman with red hair.
Okay.
And he speaks into the phone. "Hey, Sarah, heads up, you're on speaker. I don't have my... I want to kill her."
Oh.
Whoa. What's going on? Gemma told Emmanuel that I stole from her and she got me kicked out, Reese. She what? Oh my gosh. And she's not going to change. We get into one little argument, and she finds a way to completely remove me from her life. She's been doing stuff like this since grade school. Miruna said so. She's a pathological liar, Reese. If she thinks she can get away with this, what will she do next? He interrupts her. I know. He gets quieter as if he remembers he's in a public space. I know. She thinks she doesn't have to deal with the consequences of her actions, and she's usually right. But this is the last straw. If she really did do that, I'm going to move her stuff out. And the scene freezes.
Okay, there's a lot to process there. So we got the bald man. Oh, I think I missed his name. It might have been Reese.
Yes, that is Reese spelled... I don't know how you get the spelling, but R-H-Y-S. It's a listener, and I think that's Reese. Reese, if you're out there and it's actually Rice or Riss, let me know. In such a case, that is the canonical pronunciation.
Okay, so Reese got a call from Sarah. Do these people look Korean or American, or am I able to tell?
This is a great question. The train that you're on looks distinctly American, and the people here look majority. It's a mix of skin tones and ethnicities, but you get the feeling that this is America. Okay, cool.
Okay, so Gemma, who is the woman I assume we found dead, because the mystery voice was the mystery voice. The voice of the red-haired woman, Sarah?
The person you heard talking was the redhead that you saw on the phone.
So, the person I heard talking when I found the body in the room?
Oh, sorry, that mystery voice. The voice you heard from the hallway sounds very different than this one.
Okay.
These voices are not accented. That was a distinct voice.
So we have Gemma Manuel, Sarah Reese, and Maruna. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, I said Miruna, but I think Miruna.
Okay.
All listener names.
Heck yeah.
And we appreciate every single one of you. Shout out.
Even if Gemma is a pathological liar, so apologies.
Wait, what did I call it before? A shameful plug? This is an unshameful shout out to all of you. Also, I mean, congratulations, but also I'm sorry. If you end up in a murder mystery, you might be paired with some traits that are not great.
Not the most flattering, but that's okay. All right. Well, the scene is frozen, so I think I've gleaned all that I can from here. And he was the only one focused on the train, right?
That's right.
Okay. Subway or overground train?
This looks like an overground train.
Okay. Countryside, city?
This is a good question. That doesn't really matter, but I like the direction you're going. Do you want to help me brainstorm this? Maybe let's talk about what's cooler for this train.
Well, initially I imagined
I'll just say this: where this train is going to and coming from is not relevant to this mystery as a whole.
Okay, sounds good. Then I will just imagine it's a really pretty background.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I don't know how to get out of these, I guess. Is there anything I can pick up? That's what happened last time. I tried to grab his phone.
Your hand passes through it.
Can I grab his Coca-Cola?
You actually can grab that. You grab it, you hold it, and you hear a clearing of the throat, and you notice Pocket Watson. He says,
you can ask at any time if you want to leave one of these. That is within my purview, my power.
Ah, yes, I definitely knew that. Can I go home now?
You can go to the museum. I'd hardly say it's your home.
And you find yourself back in the same unfinished room.
All right, Watson. We've got a train. We've got suspects. Someone definitely wanted to kill someone. And then that person ended up dead. So, we got this other array. I'm really feeling the stage. I'm quite curious. What does the stage painting look like before I fall into it?
It looks like you are looking at a stage from the perspective of an audience member.
Ooh.
It is a pretty impressively large stage, and there are red drawn curtains on either side. Yeah.
Okay. Blue skidooed, and so can you, as Blue Sluice goes. Oh.
That's probably deep within my psyche. I'm sure that Blue's Clues has been a reference this whole time. That was my favorite children's TV show.
I mean, same here. So this is fantastic. A little more murder than Blue's Clues. But, holy cow. No,
Steve
wait,
was a detective.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, do we do a Blue's Clues murder mystery next?
Oh my gosh.
I'm not sure I could do that. I like killing a Winnie the Pooh character, fine, but I will not kill a Blue's Clues character.
What if Magenta's just gone missing?
Yeah, that would be okay. If we did something like that, I would want to invite a kid on to solve the mystery. That could be really fun too.
Oh, that'd be delightful. Okay, well, file that away for later.
You skidoo into a scene midway through. There is a man and a woman on stage, both in vaguely period dress, Shakespearean.
Mm-hmm.
The man is wearing a flat cap, and he says, "Will you sterner be than he that dies and lives by bloody drops?" And the lady says, "I would not be thy executioner. I fly thee, for I would not injure thee. Thou tellest me that there is murder in mine eye. 'Tis pretty sure and very probable that eyes that are the frailest and softest things, who shut their coward gates on enemies, should be called tyrants, butchers, murderers." And the scene freezes, and you can pretend like any of that was delivered with like an iota of good acting prowess.
Oh, heck yes.
Just
Low
use your
level.
imagination, please.
Okay. I'm tempted to think that is Hamlet. I recognize that little back and forth, but I don't know for sure which one it is. My guess is Hamlet talking to Ophelia. Am I sitting in a chair?
You are standing in front of a seated audience.
Oh, I was sitting in front, like I'm on stage, or?
You're standing in between the stage and the audience, kind of in an awkward middle of the road position here.
Okay. Is there a program anywhere?
You search the audience, and it takes some looking. There is a playbill.
What's the playbill say? Can I pick it up?
You cannot pick it up, but you can look at it, and it says, "As You Like It, March 3rd to 17th.
Oh, I've seen... Sorry, this is Nathan's Random Tangents. I've seen As You Like It twice in London. It's delightful.
So maybe it makes sense that you recognize some of those lines, but not Hamlet.
Not Hamlet. Okay. Oh.
Also, as you're looking through the audience, just a couple of other things you see. The audience is, in general, enraptured. It looks like this is a very high quality, high class performance. There's some dude in the back who brought a pillow, which is weird, and he's just taking a nap.
What?
And someone on the front row is scribbling notes in a book. He has glasses and a nose that points a little too far down.
Yes.
And ears that are just a little too large to not feel like you're looking at a caricature.
Okay. Hooked nose man, who's probably a critic, I assume. Oh my gosh. Marcus.
Hello?
What play company is on the playbill? Can I ask?
On the playbill, you see at the bottom of it says Starfoam Theater.
Starfoam Theater. This critic wouldn't have to be the voice of the critic that we heard at the end of this last episode.
My friend, you're getting far too meta. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I love this. Oh, okay. I'm very excited. The layers here. Okay. Are either the two people on stage, do I recognize either of them from the previous scenes?
The guy is wearing a hat, so it takes a moment of looking, but recognizing the facial features, this is the bald man that you saw on the train.
Okay. Reese. Okay, got it.
The woman has short black hair, and her lips look perpetually pursed. And you've definitely seen her before.
Is she the dead woman?
She looks like it.
No. Okay, so this is Gemma. who I know nothing about. Okay. I'm looking for something to pick up. I feel like I have to collect something in every little snapshot now, and I can't grab the playbill.
I said that it's a very high production value. The lighting is a little bit off. Like, it looks like there isn't a good key light for the actors on stage.
Gotcha. Can I go and inspect the man with the pillow?
Sure. It looks like he's a teenager. Maybe he was dragged here by his parents. Maybe he's here for extra credit.
Totally zoned out. Okay. Can I take his pillow?
You can take his pillow. Yep.
Yes.
You take the pillow. The scene is frozen, so his head just rests on nothing.
Ha. Pocket Watson, what am I gathering all these items for? I feel like they're important.
He strokes his mustache and says,
I was about to ask you the same question, but clearly you think it's of some importance if you continue to do this. I suppose it's possible that there was a bit of scrambling and storage. I can hardly say what that would mean for these items.
Interesting. Scramble and storage. This exhibit was stored before it was put out here?
If I recall, I believe you've explored storage. I believe you've seen exactly where the exhibits come from, the basement.
Maybe. Well,
And that is hardly part of your assignment to know where this came from or why.
just fades into Watson chuckles.
yes,
Harumping. Okay. Anything interesting about this pillow? It doesn't say I killed Gemma on it, does it?
No, it looks kind of like a neck, or it doesn't look kind of like, this is a neck pillow. So this looks like the letter C. It's like the kind of pillow you wrap around your neck.
Okay. So we've got Coca-Cola, an award, a C-shaped pillow. Last thing I want to check, does the playbill say what year it is?
It would say 2019.
Okay. So the award was 2014. Cool. Okay. I think I've seen what I want to see. So I'd like to skidoo on out of this painting.
And you do.
Well, since we did stage, it only makes sense to do backstage now.
Backstage.
Yes.
You find yourself in a familiar location in the sense that you can see in the corner of the space that you're in those same red curtains. This is the same backstage of the theater that you were just in.
Ah, okay.
And you hear a voice coming from on stage. Take 5, everyone. We're back to blocking scene 2 at 12:30. My Titania, Oberon, and Puck stay close. Also, still looking for Bottom's head. Keep an eye out.
Okay. And the scene freezes?
No, it continues. 2 women walk backstage from the stage, and they're chatting as they go. There is a brown-haired woman that her hair is kind of crimped.
Okay.
And there is a woman with short black hair.
Gemma. Okay.
The brown-haired woman speaks first. Gemma, are you okay? The other girl responds, yeah, I'm fine. What do you mean? She narrowly misses hitting her head on a metal scaffolding bar as they continue to walk. It's just that with the breakup, the upcoming season, you seem kind of anxious, like back during state tests in school.
Okay.
The brown-haired woman looks at her expectantly, and then the black-haired woman giggles nervously and says, oh, it hasn't been too bad. I'm feeling more like myself, and I'm getting back into the swing of things. As they round a corner, the woman with brown hair suddenly points a finger in the other woman's face and pushes her up against a wall.
Whoa.
I know what you're doing, and you're going to need to give me a really good reason not to tell everyone.
What?
And the scene freezes.
What?
If you saw the set and costume design of Starfoam's most recent production without context, you'd likely mistake it for Pirates of Penzance. But no, these pirates and sailors were actually reenacting Shakespeare's classic comedy of errors. It's another curious art direction by Starfoam Theatre, more aggressively themed than a novelty restaurant. But I was willing to meet this troupe on their own terms, at least until the plays started. As it turns out, pirates have as much business being in comedy of errors as French fries have of being in ranch. If you disagree, keep your absurd dipping practices to yourself. Aside from an occasional line with a specific forced delivery to imply a connection between word and action, it just didn't mix. Their attempts to validate their creative decision failed to hook me. But were there enough redeeming qualities to let me look past their surface-level failings? Did the performances stir any emotions within me? Unfortunately not. With one exception, the actors acted with equal parts schmaltz and rote indifference, a sort of mediocre theatrical cocktail that left me feeling shaken, not stirred. Remarkably, Starfoam Theatre has disproved my working theory that they are merely a community theatre. No, community implies a group of individuals with a common trait, or even an ounce of camaraderie. But this hodgepodge production featured no consistency or connection between cast, blocking, and wardrobe whatsoever. The only anchor I found in this sea of mediocrity was the performance of the lovely Miss Gemma Sherlock, whose refinement in acting and nuance in line delivery stood in stark contrast to the rest of Starfoam's fiasco. If I had the chance to see more of her, it could not be a moment too soon. I mean, on stage, of course. E. Canil, The Waveland Report.